Hi everyone, welcome to Board of Tanks with stewiejp. I'm Stewie and this is a replay sent to me by Run Matchy HK from DPX Clan. I'm going to call him Matchy in this replay, and he's running around in a tank that I'm yet to buy, but I've recently unlocked the mighty T10 German medium tank, the E50M. I had a great time driving the E50 around at Tier 9, and this replay shows how awesome this E50M can be. Now, Run Matchy HK also has his own YouTube channel, and there'll be a link in the video description. It's a very entertaining channel. He does World of Tanks things, as well as a little bit of other stuff as well on his channel. So, Matchy, what's it called? Karelia. He's on Karelia. And even though he's in a medium, he's not going to be sitting back sniping. He's going to be up where all the action is. It's a pretty heavily armoured tank for a medium tank. I know the E50 is the one that I've just finished grinding. You can often play it like a heavy, and that's exactly what he's doing here. He's up there with the E5 and the E100, and he's getting some early shots off. You can see the beautiful German accuracy of the gun on the E50M. Doesn't take long to aim. I'm guessing Matchy's got a pretty decent crew in it, and he's probably running some decent equipment as well, but his aim time is absolutely beautiful in this tank, and the more I watch this replay, I've watched it a few times, the more I'm looking forward to buying one. Now he's going down to the little creek that runs through the middle of Karelia. It looks like he's going to try and attack that donut from a different angle. There's plenty of allied tanks down here that are holding that corner. If he's had to stay there, all he was going to do was be part of the big traffic jam, which looks like it's starting to happen. Searching in the middle of the map to try and find that T-54 lightweight that was spotted early on. Unfortunate for the Tier 10 artillery, he just went too far forward and obviously got spotted and killed by the T10. And he's aiming in at that T-54 lightweight, but the Batchat takes out the RU, which the T-54 lightweight was playing with. The Batchat's sort of up above Matchy now in that donut area. That's where he was last spotted anyway. Matchy puts a couple of blind shots into those medium tanks that were up in the 1-2 line. A lot of the tanks still at cap down here. The T-57, the Tortoise, the Tier 9 Batchat, they're all sort of camping that one line. No idea why they don't want to move forward. As are these heavy tanks. Everyone's just sort of stagnated. Which you find on the Southeast Asian server, that often happens, especially in a game like this where it's a XVM's giving a pretty high chance to win. People tend to not be aggressive and try to camp it out a bit to try and maximise the amount of damage that they can do. E100 doesn't want to move forward, even though he's the most heavily armoured tank in the game, in this game. And Matchy's letting his teammates know that if we push, I'll be with you. I'm going to come with you and help you push, but we all need to go together. That's what he's pinging the map for and letting everyone know. So we can take this hill. These are all medium tanks. There's nothing with too much armour up here. We need to get in there and clear these tanks out, and that's exactly what he's doing. He's getting up right up next to that T10, but he wants to get rid of that Object 907 first. Always get rid of a Tier 10 if you can. So they're all working together, trying to get rid of these tanks on the hill. 907's down to 77 hit points. Finally the E5 kills him, and now Matchy's going to put some pain into this T-54, who thought he was in a pretty good position by the looks of him, but he's now getting overrun as the Leopard comes into play. And it's a bit of a shit fight there with the Leopard, but the Leopard's now running away because he knows he's no match for all those tanks. So Matchy's almost taken the donut now. They've taken a few casualties though. E100 gets taken out, so So it's just Matchy and what's the other tank? The E5 now on this donut, but he takes the Leopard down to a one shot. And the Batchat that was up in the bushes gets taken out as well. Matchy picks up his first kill by killing the Leopard. And now Matchy in that E5. They now totally own this hill, but they're still not getting much support from still a lot of tanks back at base, and these heavies down in the southeast corner really don't want to move, do they? It's the mediums that are being aggressive, and the E5. The other heavies really don't want to scratch their tanks. Matchy picks up his second kill with a comical ram into the side of the STI, the Tier 9 Russian heavy tank. Cost him a bit of health, cost him 290 health, ram killing that tank, but it's always fun when you ram kill something. And then he takes out the M103, and now the heavy tanks start moving forward. Still nothing happening on the 1-2 line. Looks like there's at least 4 enemy tanks, or even 5 enemy tanks around the 1-2 line, around D1, D2, and in that general area. But all these tanks, they're just not moving. You can see they're moving. They're not AFK. They're in the game. But I don't know why. The guy in the T57, he's picked up 2 kills, so he's definitely playing, but he just doesn't want to scratch his tank, I think. And now Matchy's going to get some cheap shots into these tanks down here, as well as into the tanks that the heavy tanks are finally pushing into. Now it's been a rather quick game, but without realising it, Matchy's already picked up 6,000 damage and 3 kills. And still, half of Matchy's side are still within 2 squares of the base spawn circle. Matchy's searching for a shot on that M48 pattern. Gets a bounce. He's not in a bad spot, that pattern. He's probably lighting everyone up, as well as the E50M on the enemy side is probably also lighting everyone up who's camping. But now the mediums are moving in on the other side of the map. As Matchy finds the E1, the American autoloader, and it picks up some more damage as the heavies come around him. You can see the armour of the E50M. He can bounce plenty of shots. As they push on to that T9 E50 up near the enemy's flag. Now half the campers are dying over on the western side of the map, but they're slowly getting rid of the enemy tanks. Finally puts another shot into the E50. Can he beat his reload? E50 is looking elsewhere. Matchy takes him out of the game, picks up his 4th kill. FV215B crashes and dies, and the Batchat takes out the artillery for a good win in the end. It looked like it was harder than it should have been, that game. A lot of camping going on, especially in the first half of the game and even towards the end. But Matchy HK from DPX Clan picks up an Ace Tanker Mastery Badge and a swag of other medals. The Hand of God. What's that one? Survive and win the battle, having received damage from at least 4 different enemy tanks. Spotter, Bruiser, Duelist, Fighter, Fire for effect. The Confederate Medal for damaging more enemy tanks than anyone else. That's because he was getting mobile and getting into it. And of course the High Caliber for doing a massive amount of damage. Just under 8,000 damage for 4 kills. 1,276 base experience. And you can see there he fired 31 shots. 27 of them hit, so it's pretty accurate shooting. And 21 went through. There were a couple of shots which sort of went a little bit wide, but a healthy profit too for a tier 10 game. Even with a premium account, sometimes it's hard to make credits in a tier 10 match. But Run Matchy has picked up 44,000 credits, and he had a great game. Didn't go for that long. It seemed quicker than it was. It went for 8 minutes, but he had an awesome game, picking up all those medals. And of course, don't forget to check out Matchy's YouTube channel. It looks like this, featuring World of Tanks replays, and of course, he's also on Twitch by the looks of it. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks, Matchy, for this replay. It's been absolutely awesome. That was an awesome game, and I can't wait to pick up the E50M, the big tier 10 German medium tank, the E50M, that you can play like a heavy if you want to and get stuck in and kill the enemy tanks. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take care, and I'll see you all next time.